What's up, nation? We are back again with the video. Salute to
A
everyone.
brand new.
Let's get it started. What's going on, nation? It is your boys, Raiders Primos, back again. It is Exacting Raider and Natural Nate together with the Primos, but it is all
Yes, sir.
you guys too. You guys are part of the Primo family. We appreciate you guys. Guys, if this is your first time here joining us, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Guys, we are 30 subs away from 100. I think it's like 32 actually, but we are like 30 subs away from 100. Shout out to you guys for spreading the love and just sharing the link around. And also, guys, let's hit that thumbs up. Let's get this video popping. And also hit the bell so you guys can be notified when we drop content like this, whether we go live, whether we drop a short video, anything Raiders news, you guys are going to hear about it. Also, I haven't been saying much about this, but also follow us on IG. Raiders_Primos is down in the description to follow us on Instagram. But man, we had a day Sunday. Raider Nation was having fun. We was being loud. I mean, Allegiant Stadium was like probably 70% Broncos fans, but who gives a fuck about that? I mean, I do, but we'll talk about that later. But the point is, we got the win, guys. We got the win, and I'm so excited about that. Nate, how are you feeling about this win, man?
Man, it feels good to be back in the win column after just giving everybody a head start, which hurts. But it's good to be on the good side of this league in a way of just coming off of a positive week and a win that you can flourish and learn off of and just get better as we go.
Shout out to Robert Pena. Salute Raiders Primos, bro. Salute to Robert. We got Big Mike Raider in the room. What's good? What's good, Primos, bro? Big Mike, we still high on this win, man. We're 1-3. A lot of Raider fans are like, we shouldn't be happy about it. But hey, I said this in our preview live. I said, what if a win is all the Raiders need to get back on the right track? You never know. They could flip it around. They got a long week until Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. We're going to do a little preview against that. We don't want to share too much because we do have a live show for that, for the preview against the Kansas City Chiefs. We kind of want to do that like Thursday. We actually might, guys, do it either Friday or Saturday, only because it is a Monday night game, and we want to kind of get deep into our injury report just to see what we kind of could deal with injury-wise. We got Denzel Perryman, who had suffered a concussion in Sunday's game. We did pick up Blake Martinez, guys. We are going to break that down today. But yeah, we stay tuned for that. We do want to go live later in the week just to see where the injury report is with the Chiefs and our Raiders, just to see what guys are going to play, what guys are not going to play. Hopefully we can get Hunter Renfro back, guys. That's a big one. I'm hoping he passes concussion protocol. Also, another guy, Anthony Averett-Rockinson. The thing is, guys, I feel our defensive players are going to come back for this Monday night game. But like I said, we still have to see what's going to go on in practice, if they're going to practice at all. But we're going to be dissecting our Sunday win. We did a quick live after the game, but that was really just in the moment how we were feeling. But now we got a couple of sleeps on it, and we can really think about this game. What did we like? What did we not like? There's pros and cons. We got the win, but I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to hear from Nate too. What we're going to do against Kansas City. What are some things we got to work on going against Kansas City? EP Scorpio in the building. What's up, Raider Nation? Bro, what's up, EP Scorpio? But, Nate, let's start it off, bro. We got the win 32-23. We had pros and cons all game. We have pros and cons all game. I'm going to ask you this. What are some pros, what are some cons that, you could take away from this game? What are you taking away from this game?
Well, there's many more pros, as we are happy to notice. than cons this game. Some pros is that we learned to um, run the ball. We know what we can do when we run the ball. Hopefully, um, we actually passed the ball. We made good plays. Our defense was extraordinary. In my eyes, they look like a top five defense out there. To be honest, that game specifically, not the whole season, but yeah. And some cons, still have problems in the red zone. I don't want to make more field goals. Field goals are not gonna take us to the Super Bowl. Like
Eagles ain't gonna beat the Chiefs. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah, field goals are not gonna beat the Chiefs. But you don't see nobody in the championship, in their conference championship, just settling for field goals, bro. They are going hard. They are cutting deep. They're going in and getting touchdowns, and that's what
Yeah.
we need to work on.
Yeah, we do. I agree. EP Scorpio says Raiders showed how it can be if they run the ball and don't leave it in all in Carr's hand, bro. This is facts. A lot of people. I wanted to bring this up too. DC didn't have a good game by any means. I got it right here. DC had 21 for 34, 188 yards, 5.5 yards per average, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 76.6 quarterback rating. But he did have 7 carries for 40 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, and his longest was 20 yards. The thing is with DC, he didn't have to do too much, and I like that. A lot of people wanted DC. Should DC had a couple touchdowns? Maybe so. He did miss Devontae Adams in the end zone. He passed it back to him, and me and my dad, we were actually while we were watching the game, we noticed on this third, it was a 3rd and 6. They're inside, I believe, they're like on the 4-yard line, and DC just chucks it out of bounds, and he was trying to go to Jacobs. We noticed that Adams basically did this in route, and he sat down in the end zone, and it kind of got Patrick Surtain enough that Adams did get space, and Carr just rushed the play. He gave up too easily. I would like to see Carr just buy maybe a little bit more time, and he could have just fit that ball in there for a touchdown. But these are things we could clean up after a win. I like that we could clean these things up after a win. But yeah, I agree with you. The red zone woes, they're not going to red zone field goals are not the way to go and beat Kansas City unless your defense is just stopping Mahomes, which we guys know Mahomes is really very tough to
Yeah,
beat.
if you watched him Monday night,
Sunday night, bro, he freaking
Sunday
destroyed the Broncos.
Yeah,
But I wanted to ask you this. How did you feel about DC though? I'm gonna ask you that. How did you feel about DC? I felt he played just enough. He kept drives alive with his legs, which we were begging for him to do. Yeah, the stats don't look pretty, but he kept drives alive when he needed to.
Well, yeah, let's just say that he played his part. That's my thing. He ended up playing his part, not to where he was the offense of force, obviously, because it was Jacobs.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty much Jacobs' offensive day, but he did his part. He made the defense think, which created Josh Jacobs to, have his day. Um, and also the coaching let him have his day. And yeah, I feel like he did a decent job. Can't really, I mean, even though he didn't reach 200 yards, he didn't get no TDs, no picks though. So I mean, he's like he did like a rookie day.
And that's what a lot of people brought up, Nate, is that we have this guy who we're paying like 35-40 million dollars, and he's putting up stats that a rookie could do.
Yeah.
But Wasted brought up something in his live when we were in the chat, me and you. We were watching it. He said something interesting, is that a rookie's not going, I believe it was Wasted, a rookie's not going to read the defense like Derek Carr will. Now I would say Derek Carr still struggles reading defenses, but he still will pick up some blitzes. He still would read a defense likely better than any rookie in the NFL, or if we had a rookie. I mean, look at the Steelers rookie. I don't know his name, but he had like 3 interceptions. Kenny Pickett. He had 3 interceptions when they put him in. A rookie quarterback would struggle. The thing is, Derek Carr took care of the football. Who's to say if we had a rookie quarterback? Who's to say he's not throwing a pick or fumbling the ball or doing something that's gonna probably change the game. So I think I give Derek Carr his credit because, like I said, he kept drives alive. We've been begging for him to use his legs. He uses his legs.
Yeah.
He broke a tackle, which fucking shocked the hell out of me. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I was like, bro, like, am I drunk? Like, did I really just witness that? Like, he really broke a tackle.
Yeah, that
Um,
surprised everybody.
but of course, our MVP, like we said, it was Josh Jacobs. As EP Scorpio said here, Josh Jacobs is a beast when healthy. He is. He really is. We still need to work on scoring when we get to the red zone. We need touchdowns. That's what EP Scorpio said. Yeah, I think this is our biggest takeaway from this game. Yeah, we won, but against KC, you had, I believe they had 3 red zone field goals. If I'm not mistaken, it was either 2 or 3. They had red zone field goals, and we scored twice. And then we had our defensive touchdown. We got to do better in the red zone, especially now that we're going against KC. I do expect I want Derek Carr to
Yeah.
do a lot more because let's say KC shuts down our run game. Derek Carr is we're going to have to put the ball in Derek Carr's hands to make those throws to Adams, to get it to Hollins, Wall, or whoever. And Josh McDaniels, your play calling has to be better too. I don't like that we keep getting our backs more involved than our receivers. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I feel like our backs in the receiving game get more love from DC and maybe from Josh McDaniels than our receivers. Yeah, Devontae Adams had 9 catches for 101 yards, but I mean, Nate, what's your opinion on that, bro? Like, do you think our running backs are the main targets most of the time than our receivers?
Yeah. I mean, in more, I feel like it's like that when we don't need, like when
When it's
they're,
like 3rd and long or 2nd and long, something like that.
yeah, and especially when it's not like a 2 minute, 2 minute drill, and
Yeah.
we're trying to come back. Like
But
that's when
but
he
that's
mainly
but that's the
just,
thing I don't want to see though, Nate. I don't want to see
yeah,
a 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and we check it down to Brandon Bolden or we check it
yeah,
down to Josh J. Like, bro, throw it down the middle. Like, throw it to Adams. Like, give Adams a fade route, a jump ball. Or they had it was a 2nd and 12, and Carr hit Devontae Adams over the middle, and they picked up a first down. Like, do
yeah.
stuff like that. Get Adams open. And that's what I love to see. Shout out to the 6 viewers in the chat. Like I said, bro, if you guys, this is your first time, we got 30 subs away, you guys, from 100 subscribers. Hit that like, hit the bell, spread the link around, guys. Let's get as many people in the chat room as possible. But yeah, let me hear from you guys in the chat. What do you guys think about our play calling against Denver? Personally, I feel like we were like, I'm glad we stuck to the run game, but when it came to the passing game, I felt like
Yeah.
thank God for our run game popping off because our passing game was just going nowhere. Bro, we got Hammer in the building. Salute y'all sub. Yes,
What's
yes.
good?
We got Raider Sprayer up in the building. Raiders. Bro,
Raiders, yes,
shout out
sir.
to you guys. Shout out to Hammer. Yeah. Hey, we sub to you. Yeah, we sub to all Mount Shieldmore, bro. Like I
Yeah,
said, I told Waston and Grav, like, they were
since heck
the
long
guys
ago.
that inspired us, but really it was all Mount Shieldmore, Andy, and you, Hammer, bro. It was all you guys that inspired us to do this, bro. We loved you. We love you guys' channel. We love that you guys are real about the Raiders, and we want to get our opinions out there too. We wanted to share the love of Raider Nation. We love our Raiders. Nate can actually, bro. I think I was born coming out of the womb with Raider,
So
Raider logos, Raider like jerseys. Hammer says it was balanced. It was short passing game. I'm fine with it. I am too, especially Hammer that it was the run game. The run game was popping off. Jacobs was
my
out
bad.
there wanting to kill people. I said this in Waste's life. Jacobs was out there wanting to send people to the hospital. Like,
Bro, he
Jacobs
was mean.
man, this is, like I said, Jacobs is running angry because he wants to get paid. So feed that man. And I agree, Hammer, that short passing game, I'm fine with it because Jacob, like I said, Jacobs running all day. If it's second,
Hey,
if first
the
and
running
10,
backs.
throw it short, Jacobs will pick up that 4
Yeah,
yards for
like
you.
like
I'm
I
fine with
said,
it.
the yards after catch was crazy. Like we know our running backs, they will get as much extra inches, like centimeters of yards as they can. Like that's why
Oh yeah.
that's why we begged about the running game because we know that Jacobs is that like dog. He's that dog. He's got that dog in him.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring something up for you guys real quick. So going into the game, right? The announcer said that the Raiders were dead last in running attempts. We knew that. As fans, we knew that. And we were begging Josh McDaniels run the football more. In the first game against the Chargers, Jacobs had 10 carries, 57 yards, 5.7 yards rushing. Again, he went away from the run game. I feel like that's why we lost against the Chargers. In the Cardinals game, Jacobs, he had 19 carries, 69 yards, 3.6 average. His longs was 13, but he when the game was getting towards the end, he was starting to cook. I don't understand again why you get away from the run game. Last week against the Titans, he had 13 carries for 66 yards, 5.1. Guys, yesterday, Jacobs, like I said, he is my MVP for yesterday's game. 28 carries, 144 yards, 5.1 yards a carry with 2 touchdowns, 43 yards long. And if you guys had him in fantasy, he got you 37.5 points in fantasy. Josh McDaniels, thank you for finally listening to us.
That's what's funny because you had him on his.
Finally listening to us. Sorry. Go ahead, Nate.
He was on your bench, huh?
Oh, he was. he was. I didn't start him. I should have, but I didn't expect Josh McDaniels to listen to us, so he finally did. But let's get Big Mike's chat in here. Shout out to Big Mike. No, you guys don't want to give too much about the game versus KC, but how I see it, we need to continue heavy run game and let open the pass. Big Mike, I agree with you. From based off what I see against Denver and how they ran the football and how Josh is running. Like, I'm telling you guys, Josh is running out there wanting to send people to the hospital. Like, he is angry. He is angry. He is going to run and punch you in the mouth. And the way I see it, I don't think KC's defense is that like better than Denver. Now, they do got a sneaky defense. The show that they put on against Tampa Bay, they got a sneaky defense. They're going to come off of that momentum against Tampa Bay for, holding Tom Brady. He held them to 31 points, but the game was really just out of the second quarter, I believe. It was out of hand. Kansas City was already like winning that. They were running away with that. But I want to say this, Big Mike. It's not only to let the run game open up the pass, but you got to keep Mahomes on the sideline. Mahomes cannot beat you if he's on the sideline. Time of possession. I'm going to bring it up for you guys. Our time of possession. Real quick. Let me bring this up. We had 34 minutes compared to Broncos 27. We won in the time possession. We kept Russell Wilson and Denver's offense on the sideline. And then when they were on the field, defense was showing up. And why was defense showing up? Because they got rest. Yeah. They got rest. They weren't on the field the whole game. EP Scorpio pointed this out. If they were going to be on the field the whole game, this game can get out of hand. But if the defense is making plays and the offense is basically playing complementary football and they're scoring points or they're holding the ball for a long time, we have a chance to win this. You want to chime in on that, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect a defense to do good when, then again, they were on the field. If they're on the field, like literally a whole quarter and a half, like they've only got so much stamina. Like you'll get the best out of them if the other side of the ball, like if the other side of the team, like does good,
Yeah, and Hammer, Raiders are 8-2 and Jacobs runs for 100 yards. The stats are right there. The facts are right there. And can Jacobs get 100 yards against Kansas City? Yes, he can. I believe he can. But we gotta do what we did Sunday. We gotta run the football. That's what it's gonna come down to. Hammer said this. He's best when he runs up the gut. That's where Jacobs thrives. He's a bulldozer, bro. This is facts. Last year, Jacobs kept running to the side, and I was pissing us off because Jacobs ain't that type of runner.
Man,
Jacobs is the bulldozer, like Hammer said. He is the bulldozer to run it up the middle, and look what he did against Sunday. Bro. Like Josh McDaniels, I am praying, please do not run away from that. It worked. Watch the film on Kansas City, and I guarantee Jacobs will do to Kansas City what he did against Denver. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, like with that running to the side thing, oh my gosh, that annoyed me so much because he would just run to the side and just keep running. Like he would act like he's running forward, but he's just keep on running to the side. And he finally started to cut forward. Like later in the season,
it was like Jacobs was trying to rely on his speed, and it's like bro, you don't have that like
Yeah,
Zamir White speed or or Amir Abdullah speed. You don't have that speed to really get to the outside.
yeah.
His cutting ability, his juking ability is very good. So
He's a
I mean, I
Swifty boy.
trust this. If he gets a 1-on-1, I trust him to. He's gonna win that 1-on-1 on the outside. I trust that. EP Scorpio asks, can Raiders outperform the Chiefs? They're gonna have to. EP Scorpio.
Yeah.
Stop Mahomes. That's a funny joke. We could.
I
We could
mean, we
attempt.
can stop.
We
We
could
can
attempt
stop
to.
Mahomes, but
Okay, here's the thing, guys.
it's
Like I
more
said,
of
I
a
didn't want to give up too much, but I know we're on such a high and we're already looking to Kansas City. But here's the thing, guys. I feel like it's gonna be a shootout, and our offense is gonna have to beat Kansas City. And
yeah.
yes, our defense is gonna have to step up. I'm not saying our defense, just might as well just let Kansas City score. No, don't. Like, you need to step up because there's no point of us scoring hella points if our defense is just gonna lay down. Can we stop Mahomes? I wanted to say this, and Nate, I should start with you, Nate. What do you think? How can we stop Mahomes? I'll let you start with that.
Um, it's. I don't think we could stop him at like pretty much at all. We could just slow him down, and our offense has to somehow keep up with him.
Yeah.
Like that. I feel like that's like a good way to beat him. Is if your offense is on pace with him,
Yeah.
and your defense is kind of keeping him like not fully pushing on the gas. Like
Here's what we did in 2020 when we beat the Chiefs, and it was a shootout. We won 40-32, I believe, and
yeah.
that was the first time I think Mahomes was beaten by more than 8 points. I believe it was 8 points or more, and that was the first time taking an L like that. But the way we beat Mahomes in the second, and it was in the second half, because in the first quarter, I believe, the first quarter or the second quarter, they were tearing us apart. And then they came out of the half and they started making Cleveland Farrell quarterback spy on Mahomes. Like, and he wasn't spying like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He was spying the line of scrimmage on Mahomes. And that would let Max Crosby come and eat. That was, I don't even know who was our other pass rusher in 2020. But I think, who was our other pass rusher? I think it was Farrell and Max, and then I don't even remember from that squad. But the reason why I say that is because we got a better squad now. We got Chandler Jones, we have Max Crosby, we do have Farrell still. I would say use Cleveland Farrell to basically roam that line of scrimmage and not let Patrick Mahomes beat you with his legs. When he's elusive, he's slippery. But if you could keep him behind that line of scrimmage, have him let Max Crosby, let Chandler close in on him and get sacks, or even try to disrupt throws. It's a long shot, guys. It's a long shot because this is Mahomes we're talking about. But you got to by any means you got to stop him. Hammer said blown away with Carr running, but please side he slid on one play, and then that second one he dove head first. And I'm like,
the one where he broke the tackle.
Think about sliding. I was like, Carr, don't fumble. Like that's what came to my mind. I was like, bro, don't fumble the ball.
Yeah.
Raider Sprayer, shout out to you. Defense been showing up all year. If we're being honest, they have. But Kansas City is going to be a really true test because this is one of the best quarterbacks in the league you're going against. Do I think they can do it, bro? They can. They show they can. They went against Justin Herbert. They held him to 24. They went against Kyler Murray, who isn't really on that Mahomes. Brady aspect, of course, but he still is a good quarterback. He's elusive. He moves around in the pocket. We had trouble containing him. So that's what worries me. When we have a running quarterback, and the thing is, Mahomes runs, but he keeps his eyes downfield.
There's no play that's going to be over until it's over with Mahomes.
Yeah. And that's the problem. Like, with the way Kyler Murray was running all over us and extending plays, that's what worries me about Kansas City, because we struggled to keep Kyler Murray in the pocket, and when he was running outside, we still couldn't grab him. Max was not bringing him down. We couldn't even. I think that was probably the one time we probably got to him. Of course, we got some sacks, but that was when he didn't move. I'm talking about when he's scrambling. We couldn't get to him. We had no answer for him. So that's what worries me. And then against Russell Wilson, again, Russell Wilson, when he scrambled, we couldn't get to him. Of course, yeah, we got 3 sacks, but we had a blitz. We tried some stunts. I want to see more of that about against Kansas City, but when we blitz, that's what worries me. Because when we blitz, you got to get to Mahomes.
You
Because
gotta
Mahomes will
somehow,
make you pay if you do not get to him with the blitz.
you gotta somehow like have like a semi-circle or crescent around him. I don't know.
Big
I
Mike.
like
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Nate. Sorry.
I all I was gonna say is I like when we blitz like down the middle and not around the side.
Yeah. I like the stunt though of Farrell picking up the double team so Crosby could come free. If you could give Crosby a free shot on Mahomes, that's good. Anyway, and honestly, guys, this is a game. I care about sacks, but I care about quarterback hits. Anything to disrupt Mahomes, anything to get him. You got to hit him. Set with sacks, quarterback hits, anything. You got to hit Mahomes. You got to get him uncomfortable. But Big Mike, that's facts too, bro. Time of possession is key. Keep Mahomes off the field. Yep, we got to do that. Raider Spray, shout out to you. Only time I would say they played bad was second half of Cardinals and those first 3 Tennessee drives. The defense wasn't even the reason we lost to the Cards. I don't give them a reason, or I don't give them blame for the loss. I give them a little blame because, like I said, Kyler Murray was running all over them. But Raiders Spray, I will say this: they were on the field for a long time. They were on the field for a long time during that
They
game.
were tired.
And we've seen with this game, you keep that defense rested, keep them on the sideline to get their water, get a chance to breathe. They'll come out and they'll keep showing up. Big Mike, Carr with only 188 passing yards, but 212 rushing yards as a team. As time, you can total up 400 plus yards total offense. You likely win the game. That's true. That is true. And that's why I say Carr didn't have to do too much. A lot of people were like, bro, I want a Carr to, pass for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm like, bro, well, we didn't have to do that. Our rushing attack was dominating Denver. We didn't. It's like what Hammer said earlier. The short passing game, I like it too if your running game is working. If it's not working, and yeah, you got to. I mean, it could still probably work. If it's working to an extent where you're working the ball down the field and you're still scoring touchdowns, bro, by any means, do that. Do what's working. But like I said, red zone offense, you guys, we got to clean that up. AP Scorpio, if Chiefs got field goals instead of touchdowns, that's a plus for the defense. Who knows? I agree. But here's the thing, EP Scorpio, we can't trade field goals with field goals. If Chiefs get a field goal, we got to get a touchdown. And if we stop the Chiefs, like they go 3-0 or they even punt, you got to, I'm serious. Raiders offense, Derek Carr, Josh McDaniels, and the Raiders offense as a whole. You got to come in expecting, not only wanting, but expecting that we're going to put 30 plus on the Chiefs by no matter what. We don't care about their defensive rank. We are going to do whatever by any means necessary. We got to score 30 plus points. You got to outscore this Chiefs offense. And we might need to put 40 plus on the Chiefs. Who knows? They put 41 on the number 1 defense in the NFL. We might need to put 44 plus 41. Yeah. Raiders Sprayer, I want to see Kuntz spy him. His athleticism would be dangerous in that situation to me. I said this in Waste's life too. What do you think about this, Nate? About Kuntz? I agree with this. I want to see that too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every team would have to have a spy on Mahomes because he's so he can get away from he could break tackles so easily. It seems like he's not the fastest guy in the league, but somehow he just makes miracles happen, and you just need that extra body,
Yeah.
Just like Mahomes is I don't know, bro. He can do anything. So you just always need that backup, that plan B.
And I know the chat's gonna blow up about this, but bro, I be hearing some Raider fans like, bro, we need to play a cover 3. Did y'all not forget freaking Paul Gunther and Gus Bradley's cover 3 against Mahomes? Like if you play a cover 3, you're basically telling Mahomes, like, bro, Mahomes, just kill us, just walk all over us. I do not want to see a cover 3. Do not put a cover 3. I want to either see a cover 4 or I want to see, like I said, I want to see 4 rush Mahomes and keep a 5th. Maybe even we haven't even talked about this. Blake Martinez. We signed him. I wanted to bring up some stats, guys, for you guys, what he did for the Giants under Patrick Graham. He played 16 games. He started all 16 games. He had 1 interception. He had, let me see, he had 151 combined tackles. He had 3 sacks, 86 solo tackles, 65 assisted. He had 9 tackles for loss, 6 quarterback hits. And bro, that I like that. And then he was on IR. He started 3 games, but then he got hurt. He had 23 combined tackles, 11 solo, 12 assisted, 1 tackle for loss. I like this signing personally of Blake Martinez. I was thinking if not Farrell or if not even Kuntz, maybe Blake Martinez can be that quarterback spy to roam the line of scrimmage of Mahomes. Like, think about it. If you send 4 crashing Mahomes and he steps up, who knows if Blake Martinez has a free shot on him.
Yeah.
I just feel to stop Mahomes, you got to keep him in the pocket somehow. You got to keep him in the pocket somehow, and you got to cover downfield. You cannot let these receivers come open. EP Scorpio says Tampa Bay couldn't even slow him down. That's what worries me, EP Scorpio. But it's a long week also. We have to look at the film and look at what Tampa Bay did wrong and what we could do right. What are some things that we could see Tampa Bay that they could have done right, but they did wrong? So that's what that's what I'm thinking. Big Mike says, you guys get a chance, check out that Week 8 Monday Night Football game last season when Mahomes went against Patrick Graham's defense. Mahomes struck. I was watching that live, Big Mike, and I was shocked to see Patrick Mahomes struggling. And the thing is, the Giants were coming in. I believe they were not the talk of the town. They were like the Giants, how they've been all the years. So I'm going into that game like, bro, Kansas City about to dog walk these boys. And yes, Mahomes struggled against Patrick Graham's defense. So it's going to be interesting to see what Patrick Graham throws out there. I'm not expecting him to throw out there what we've seen these past weeks. He's going to have a specific game plan for Patrick Mahomes. That's what I'm expecting. He's going to have a specific game plan. He's not going to do what he's been doing these past 4 weeks. He's going to draw up something specifically for Patrick Mahomes. What do you think about I don't know if you've seen this game, Nate, but if you did, give us your thoughts on it too. What are you expecting about Patrick Graham's defense versus Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, I don't remember that game at all because my memory is just not good at all. So, I mean, from what you guys are saying,
but go check out the highlight. Yeah, go check out the highlight on YouTube, bro. It's he was struggling. I think. Hey, Big Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. Did he have 2 interceptions that game? I think he had an interception. I could be wrong though, but I thought he had 2 in that game. Correct me if I'm wrong, Big Mike.
Yeah, I don't even know if I watched it.
Yeah, you got to check that out. And he did not have a great game by any means on that against the Giants. Ranger spread. Kelsey and the team against cover 3 is going to have Thanksgiving dinner on us, bro. That is facts. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of watching Kelsey do a curl route, like 8-yard curl route, take it, and then run for a first down. And not even against us. I be watching Red Zone, and he's doing that against other teams. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, can someone just stop this man? Like, he's making the most simple route look so easy.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, to be honest. Like, I feel like Mahomes makes it to where like he's looking at other people, and then like somehow Kelsey doesn't get covered. Because whenever I see him throw to Kelsey, he's always open. He's just always like open with like not even 10 yards, like of anybody around him. Like I don't even know.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't understand. No, that's why I don't understand. And that's the cover 3, bro. Also, when he runs up the seam and runs the curl, like we're doof. Guys, if you guys can help me out here, I was trying to do some. I know the Chiefs are dealing with some injuries in their back end on defense in the cornerback position. Who would Devontae Adams be lining up against Monday? Like I said, we're doing another live Thursday, maybe another one Saturday night, just to check out our injury report to see how we're both looking. But I believe the Chiefs are down to their like backup cornerback, who's a rookie.
Really?
Also, I think I don't know who's their starting. Like I'm looking at it right now. Give me a sec, guys. I'm looking at their cornerbacks right now. They got Rashad Fenton, who's not I think he's a 3rd-year guy. Carlos Dunlap. Oh no, he's 4th year actually. Carlos Dunlap, I think he was the rookie. I think one of them is injured though. There's one of their starting or no, not Dunlap, Sneed. Sneed is the one. Is LaJoria Sneed. Sneed is the one that's injured. He's dealing with the injury. And I remember they had to go to Jalen Watson. That's what I remember when I was watching the game Sunday night. They went to Jalen Watson, and he's another rookie. So I expect, guys, we're going to probably see Fenton on Adams, but Adams still had his way with Patrick Surtain. They had a 50-50, but I think Devontae Adams could eat against the Chiefs.
Bro, people say I hear people saying that boy Surtain like locked him up. Like, if you know, that man had over 100 yards, bro. Really, he did not get locked up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the one I remember. I know he had one in the red zone. I thought I don't know if it was a penalty. I can't remember. But I remember I think he threw one up. It was like a prayer, and he got intercepted by their safety, or one was tipped. I can't remember, bro. But I know he had a cut. He was struggling in that game. But yeah, what do you think about? I'm gonna actually, like I said, I don't want to really get too much into the Kansas City game because I want to. What do you guys think? You guys want to get into that now? I'm actually chat. Well, you guys want to talk about the Kansas City game now, and then we could just continue the conversation with the injury reports Thursday or and Saturday. I'm gonna ask you guys that. Raider Sprayer says we need to put Hobbs on Kelsey and just do anything we can to slow him down. If we can make Mahomes go through his progressions, it could give us time to sack his soft ass. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, I don't really like Hobbs on Kelsey because I would rather have Hobbs on either Juju or Martellus Valdes-Scantling. Like, you still want Hobbs to shut down. But then again, yeah, let's think about it. Travis Kelce is their top receiver. What do you think about this, Nate? Putting Hobbs on Kelsey.
I mean, I feel like that's the best thing you can do, to be honest. Like, Hobbs is our best guy. Kelsey's their best guy. I'm excited to see that matchup because I know that better happen. If that does not happen, I don't know what they're doing.
Raider Sprayer, honestly, based off how Robertson played, and then we might get Lockinson back. We might get Anthony Aver back, maybe, because he's still dealing with I think it's a finger. He's dealing with a finger injury. He's still dealing with that injury. But they might get him back this week. If not, then they'll get him probably likely back against Houston because we do go on a bye after this game. But with Lockinson coming back and really a lot of our defensive guys, I wouldn't be upset to see Hobbs on Kelsey. I wouldn't. And I think Hobbs will love the challenge to go against Kelsey. Surtain didn't lock him. They're both great players. They both have wins. It happens. Yeah, it did. He didn't lock him. And it's funny because a lot of people said he did lock Adams. I'm like, no, Adams was getting his. Avery broke his thumb, but I don't think he's back this year. Usually Raider Sprayer, that usually takes probably, I would say, a month to heal. And he also has to have movement. When they're checking him, he has to have like movement. He has to be able to move it without any pain. But it takes to like a month to 2 months to fully heal. That's if he's rehabbing it correctly. Hopefully he is, but he will be back this year, probably later in the year though. Probably maybe week. You meant to say week? Yeah. He might be back. He might be back this week. Yeah, he might be back this week. If not this week, if he doesn't have movement in the thumb, he won't be back this week. Maybe. It depends what the doctors say. But that's what I was hearing. If he doesn't have movement, then he probably isn't going to see the field. But who knows? He's been rehabbing that since I believe week 1. So he's been on the injury report for a while. So hopefully we do get him back this week. Another guy that I'm hoping we get back this week is Hunter Renfro. I don't have any news for that, you guys. I am going to be checking out during the week to see any updates, and I'll let you guys know. That's why, guys, follow us on Instagram, Raiders_Primos. That's where we post our breaking news of anything of the injury report. Most of the times, if we don't have time to shoot a quick video on our page or live, we will post stuff to our Instagram to let you guys know any Raiders news, whether they're injuries or if they're playing. Let's see. EP Scorpio says, give the ball to Jacobs as much as they can, then everything else will fall into place. The passing will come.
Yeah.
What about how you feel about that, Nate? running the ball. We just run it down the throats.
If it works, it works, and they'll just be focused on that. And then
I would
out of
ask you this
nowhere,
though, Nate. If the running game it doesn't like, let's say it doesn't work, like it's not working. Do you run away from it, or do you still keep attacking with Jacobs?
nah, I run the ball every down.
Yeah, you got to
Once
run
every
it.
down.
You can't run away from it. We seen what happened when you run away from the running game. If it's not
Mhm.
working, try something else. There was a 2-back set that we did, guys, against the Denver Broncos. We had Josh Jacobs in the fullback position, and we had Zamir White as the H-back. And Derek Carr, bro, shout out to him. He looked at Jacobs and did a no-look toss to Zamir White, which froze the defense because they seen that play a week before against the Titans, and we handed it off to Jacobs. Nice play design by Josh McDaniels, but I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the two running back set. You got to make Chiefs defense respect our running game, because if they respect our running game, you're going to get one-on-ones against Devontae. You'll get one-on-ones against Hollins. If we get Renfro back this week, you'll get those one-on-ones because they have to respect the run. They're going to crowd the line of scrimmage. So yeah, I want to see Jacobs get the ball. Raiders Prayer, my bad for the typo. I'm on Madden beating up to 41. Hey, bro, I appreciate, bro.
Yes,
You tuned
sir.
in, bro. I appreciate that, and yeah, bro, beat the hell out of those whiners, bro. But I appreciate that you still tuning in, and you're on the game. EP Scorpio says kill the clock. Yep, you got to kill the clock. Big Mike, Chiefs have some solid rookies starting the season. Safety Brian Cook and D collect, bro. I can't say that name, but I've been watching him, and yeah, he is balling. He is balling.
Karlaftis.
And yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Big Mike. They're still rookies at the end of the day. They're you got to show them things they haven't seen before, because they're rookies. They're still learning to adjust to the NFL level. And that's
Like,
what I'm saying. I would still attack them. Especially you got Devontae Adams, you got Hunter Renfro, you got Darren Waller, you got Matt Collins, who's showing he's a good wide receiver too. You got to attack them. AP Scorpio says keep Mahomes on the sideline. This is facts. You have to do that. I don't want, like I said, I don't want to give too much of our keys to the game, because really that's one of my keys. Keep Mahomes on the sideline. You got to win time of possession.
he can't be a threat if he's not on the field.
Yeah, and we can't shoot ourselves too. There was a couple times in I think, let me see. I'm gonna pull up or on ESPN, because I want to see how many penalties we had. Because I don't think we had a lot of penalties, but they came at point times in our drives that they just killed us. We had 4 penalties for 25 yards, because there was a couple times it was like 1st and 10, we run and we get a holding call, and we're like 1st and 20. That's why I'm like, bro, like we can't shoot ourselves against the Chiefs. I know we only have 4 penalties, but when we need momentum to go our way and we need to score, or we need to gain momentum, gain a first down, we cannot shoot ourselves in the foot with penalties.
Like, why does it always seem like when it's 3rd and something, 4th and something, always at the crucial times, we always get a false start?
Oh, speaking of crucial times, bro, let's talk about Daniel Carlson real quick. When is this man going to make an extra point when we get momentum?
Oh my gosh.
He always,
Man.
but guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't be the only one seeing this. He always misses an extra point when we gain momentum, whether it's a defensive touchdown or we take the lead on offense. Like we score, we go down and score like the game, like we take the lead with the touchdown. He always misses the extra point, and it then causes for drama because it keeps the other team in the game. Like, I'm tired of seeing that. Daniel Carlson, I love you, bro. I had you on fantasy last year. I was so pissed off, bro. I said we need to get rid of this man, but of course I was talking in emotion. I was talking with emotions.
Oh
but
no, he ain't going.
Yeah, I was talking with emotions, guys. I was talking with emotions, but it was because I was getting tired of seeing that shit, bro. I'm tired of seeing him miss extra points when we need him to make it. But yeah, so we had 4 penalties. Didn't really kill us, but the key one is 0 turnovers. That is another thing that we need to watch out against the Chiefs. We need to not turn over the football. We need to take care of it. We need to score points. We cannot hurt ourselves. If we need to play another complete game of 4-quarter football. And another one, like I said, guys, time possession, 34 minutes to the Broncos 25. We need to win time possession. EP Scorpio says no turnovers. Big Mike says, and bro, that's true. I've noticed that on 3 occasions. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like I'm like Carlson always misses extra points when we get momentum.
It's like he plans it. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, bro, I feel like you're planning this shit. You just want to give us a heart attack more. Like, bro, make your fucking extra points. And you can't because I'm like, bro, Nate, you can't do that shit against Kansas City. Kansas City will make you regret missing that extra point.
You need every point you gotta get every point you get. You gotta get your half points. You want everything. You want to stack up as much as you can because man, oh man, you at this point, how they're playing right now, it's looking like teams like you kind of have to just keep up with them than versus shutting them down so far.
Yeah. I want to hear from you guys, though, guys. So, like I said, we had Denzel Perryman. He went out with a concussion. I want to ask you guys 2 questions. In the chat, I'm asking Nate this too. Where do we go with Denzel Perryman, guys? Because he's a good football player. Yes, he's showing that he's a good run support, but he cannot stay healthy. That is his biggest fallback. He cannot stay healthy. So my first question is, what do we do with Denzel Perryman? And then number 2, how do you guys feel about Blake Martinez, guys? You want to take it away, Nate?
Denzel Perryman, he's such a good football player when he's healthy. But, man, oh, man, like, it's just like, do you want to keep, like, a really good tackler in the middle of the field? Yes. Wait, is it? No, we'll cover that next time. Sorry, Nate, to cut you off.
EP Scorpio, he's not out. We haven't, like I said, they haven't practiced. We haven't got our injury report. But really, this signing by Blake Martinez, I'm seeing Perryman is out for this game. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Blake Martinez is a backup plan in case Perryman can't get out there. But I'm thinking he's already probably going to be out. But yeah, go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, not having Perryman in this game is going to be a big loss because that little running back that they got, bro, that boy got wheels.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Also Pacheco, bro. Pacheco's another guy to watch out for.
Pacheco,
yeah, bro. He's like a freaking Tyreek Hill 2.0 speed wise. Maybe not talent wise, but speed wise, 2.0.
Yeah, and he likes to run over people, and that's a big loss in terms of not having Perryman.
Well, then, how do you feel about Blake Martinez? He played with Patrick Graham. He knows the system. He had a pretty good year in 2020. Do you think he could fill that spot with Denzel Perryman? He also is coming off an injury too from last year. I don't know what the injury was. Let me bring it up.
People been saying every time we got him in, like he's a good tackler. That's all. He's just a good tackler. That's all I guess.
So it was a leg injury. He tore his ACL last year. He's 20. He's 29 years old. He's coming off ACL, but that happened last year. It happened earlier in the season, so he had time to really rehab his knee. But I like the Martinez pick. But like I said, I think they picked him up just in case Perryman is out, and also because he knows Patrick Graham's system. EP Scorpio, he is just unlucky. He's finally healthy and he gets a concussion, but he's still a good player. I get that, EP Scorpio, but your best ability is availability. And Denzel Perryman, he has not been available for us to start the season. And he was even though he had a career year last year, he was still banged up last year. He was still coming in and out of drives. Raiders swear, I had a thought today. How do we feel about trading assets to go get Edmonds and sign him before he hits the markets? And it seems Buffalo doesn't want to pay him. Diablo been a disappointment to me. I haven't even thought about that, Raiders player. You're gonna make me think about it now. How do you feel about this, Nate? I gotta think about this real quick.
Uh, Diablo. Yeah, he hasn't really done much. To be honest, like when was the last time you like actually saw him make a big play or something like that?
He's batting
Like,
coverage. That's for me. He's
mm,
just batting. He's batting coverage. But Tremaine Edmonds, guys, so far, let me see. So far, to start off the 2022 season, he started in 4 games. He has 1 pass defended. He has 26 combined tackles, 17 solo, 9 assists, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 quarterback hits. Last year, he had 15 games played. He started 15. He had 1 interception. He had 4 pass defended, 108 combined tackles, 7 solo, 38 assists, 7 tackles for loss, 1 quarterback hit. I wouldn't be upset with that, Raider Sprayer. I wouldn't be
yeah,
upset with that. I would, if you could get Edmonds, um, people say we were talking Dog. I don't know if you guys seen Doc's live, but him, Wasted, and Andy were talking about trade possibly getting out of Darren Waller's contract to pay Josh Jacobs and use that contract, that money, maybe even some draft capital that we may get out of that contract to go get defense. Maybe this is one of those scenarios, Raider Sprayer. But then again, they got Dawson Knox, so it's like, and they just signed Dawson Knox to a huge deal. So I don't see us, like, if we were to trade anyone, and it probably would be Waller. I don't see that. But I wouldn't be upset if it happened.
mm,
If it happened, if somehow we got Edmonds, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be
yeah,
against it. Big Mike says, I think they picked up Martinez because he can do what Perriman can do. You got to have a backup plan, and this is exactly what it is. Big Mike, you are absolutely right. It's fact.
I mean they're both really good tacklers.
Perriman, yeah, we could do that. If Perriman does play, we could do that too. But I like this, Big Mike. I want to go back to this because, yeah, Martinez could stuff the run, and I feel like he might be a little better in coverage. I have to go back, but I like this pickup. Like I said, he's played with Patrick Graham. He knows the system. He can play the run very well, but I want to say he's probably better coverage, but I don't see them using Martinez. If he starts for the Raiders Monday, or he even sees some playing time, I don't see them using him in coverage. I see them using him as a spy against Mahomes. That's what I see him. Shout out to you, Omar. What's good? What's good, Los Primos? How's
What's
it going,
popping?
Omar? Hope everything's popping good. Shout out to you, bro. This regime has shown us time after time they are not signing anyone unless injuries. I agree. I know Nate is giving up on the Sue talks.
Yeah,
Nate
it's too
wants
late.
Sue. Yeah, it's too late to go get Sue. I mean, it's not too late. You can still go get him. I just think we're not going to get him. Like,
Yeah,
this
we don't
regime,
have the money.
this regime's going to stick what we have. Um, but Omar, we're the question was, where do we move? Where do we go with Perryman? He's dealing with a concussion now. Like, it seems like he cannot stay healthy. And how do you feel about the Blake Martinez signing? Hit us up in the chat, bro. Like I said, guys, we are 30 subscribers away from 100. Thank you guys. Shout out to you guys. This is all because of you guys for supporting the channel, spreading the word. We appreciate you guys. We didn't think it was going to blow up this fast. So that's why we appreciate you guys' love. We're setting goals out there, guys. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the season ends. That is our goal. Our goal is to get to 500 subs before bro, Nate, don't give us that look, bro. You gotta have that confidence that we is going to get to 500. We is going to grind. We're gonna make some good content for you guys before the season ends. We're trying to hit 500 subs. But yeah, shout out to you guys. And if you guys haven't already, hit that like, hit the bell so you guys can get notified. But let's keep, we're coming up on an hour. We're gonna, start closing it out here. Like I said, we beat the Denver Broncos 32-23. We're coming up on a high, but man, now we're going to KC. We're going to KC. We kind of broke down a little bit. I just don't know what to expect because I feel like our team is going to have a specific game plan for KC, and we're probably going to see some things we did not see these past 3 weeks. What do you think about that, Nate? What are you expecting going into this game, coming off this high of a win against the Denver Broncos.
I mean, not only that, they also came off of a high, so we gotta think high like them, and hopefully, score points this time.
Yeah,
We gotta score big points like
we
they
do.
always score
We do.
points.
We got to outscore the Chiefs. That's what I'm saying, guys. We have to outscore them. We have the red zone offense. You guys got to score touchdowns. Field goals are not going to win you the game. Big Mike says, "I'll never trade Waller to an AFC squad unless it's the Texans. Send him as far away as possible if it goes down." I agree. I didn't think about that. Big Mike. Yeah, you do want to get Waller. Still has talent. He still has talent there. And if you are going to trade him,
And if
you
you
trade him to the NFC conference, or you trade him
if
to
you give
like
them to a good to great quarterback, shoot, that's going
Omar
back
says, I
high.
like Blake and thought he should have been added sooner due to the lack of middle linebacker depth. I agree. I'm glad we signed him. Like I said, it's good to bring in a guy that knows Patrick Graham's defense because he could teach the young guys. He could continue leading. He could even lead that defense next week against the Chiefs if Perriman is not out there. But EP Scorpio said, rotate Blake and Perriman if Perriman does play. I like that too. Raider Sprayer, I think Graham will send some of those corner and safety blitzes to let's knock the twerk out the Mahomes family. I like that. But like I said, Raider Sprayer earlier in the show, the blitz, we got to get to Mahomes if we blitz. If we do not get to Mahomes on blitzes, he is going to make us regret blitzing. Um,
Yeah,
and Mahomes is smart. I don't know if you guys went to go see Sanji, his YouTube page. He broke down a play on Nate Hobbs's blitz and getting the sack. Is that Patrick Graham? His scheme was his play calling on that play was so perfect. He had Jonathan Abram basically bluff his blitz, and Hobbs wasn't even like he was just lined up on the line of scrimmage, acting like he was guarding somebody. Russell Wilson didn't catch that, and he thought Abrams was going to come on a blitz, so he told the whole line shift to the right. The line started communicating that to shift to the right to Abram, and when the ball was snapped, they did that, but Abram didn't blitz, and here comes Hobbs on basically a free pass to get the sack on Wilson because he has nobody. So hopefully Raider Spirit, we see some of that design to free up some guys. I feel like that's the only way we are going to get to Mahomes is if we free some guys up, whether it's Max, whether it's Chandler, whether it's Hobbs, whether it's Abram. We got to free some guys up to get some free licks on pause on Mahomes.
pause.
Because I don't think we're gonna their offensive line, guys, is sneakily it's very good. They upgraded that offensive line. They
Yeah,
upgraded because they knew they got to protect Mahomes. After that Super Bowl against the Bucks, they knew they had to go upgrade on that offensive line. Um, that play was wild. Broncos offensive line slid right and the left guard with no one to block. It is. Yeah, Big Mike, it's genius. And that's why I'm hoping Patrick Graham draws up against Mahomes because if you can give a guy a free shot at Mahomes, not only even if he gets the ball out, like I said, quarterback hits, sacks, you got to disrupt Mahomes any single way you want.
yeah,
That disguise was beautiful. It was. AP of Scorpio says, "Can Carr do what Tom Brady did and throw touchdowns? Because it's gonna come down. It can come down to that. It will come down to that. It's going to come down to that. Whether you punch it in with Jacobs or Carr, you throw it to Adams. I would say this: Carr should have had one touchdown Sunday. I'll say that.
yeah,
Carr should have had one touchdown Sunday. I don't know if you guys remember the play. It was the play they were in the red zone. Carr threw it to Devontae Adams, but he threw it hella behind Devontae. That Patrick Surtain should have really picked that ball off. But I think Patrick Surtain was even shocked that the ball came right at him. That he swatted it away from Adams. If Carr hits Adams to his left and on the inside, it's a touchdown. So that's what I'm hoping for is that Carr cleans it up in the red zone. Josh McDaniels, you clean it up in the red zone. Like that should be an
yeah,
emphasis in practice this week. Red zone offense. That has to be what you go into this week focusing on. Because the thing is, here's the thing, guys. We can get down to the red zone. We just can't finish. That's the problem. We can get down to the red zone. We just can't finish. What do you think about that, Nate? Like, what should we focusing on I say red zone offense. What should we be focusing on going into Monday night?
We should focus on being able to red zone offense. That's a big one. Let's say special teams. Special teams is a big one.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know who returns the ball for them.
Talk it.
I don't know who like returns the special teams for them, but like special teams is a big one, and no matter how like Mahomes, you need to give him as much yardage as possible for him to get from one end to the other. And man, oh man, yeah, the special teams hurt us.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Our special teams was horrible Sunday.
Yeah,
horrible.
If we
I felt like Denver was always starting on their own 45-yard line or their own 48. Like they didn't have a lot of field to work with. We gotta fix the special teams, bro. I miss Rich.
That game.
I would say that is the only reason why I miss Rich Bisaccia. Not because he was a head coach, but because of how damn good our special teams was with him.
Yeah, that game, our weakest version was special teams for sure.
Hey, Raider Spur, I love this too. I want to see Andy talked about this yesterday. Also, he wants to see a lot of two-back set, and I agreed with him because you have Zeus and Jacobs in that backfield. That defense, plus you haven't shown that type of formation a lot in these past 4 weeks. You put a two-back set with Zeus and Jacobs in the backfield against the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to possibly be, okay, what the hell are they doing here? Like, they got to adjust to that. Not saying they won't, but to see that, it could catch them off guard to see Zeus and Jacobs both in the backfield. You have Jacobs who just freaking destroyed the Denver Donkeys 144 yards, and then you have Zeus who had a 20-yard run against them. Like, who knows?
And that also makes them go like, you have this guy, you have this guy on the other side as well. Like, since there's two backs, and Jacobs could break tackles like crazy, and shoot, Zeus can do whatever.
And it also helps with pass protection. Like, let's say it's a pass play, and the Chiefs are coming in on a blitz. You have two more guys who's helping out the line, to pass block. Big Mike said, "I'll say this: if we come out in the white jerseys with the silver numbers on Monday, we're getting that dub." Bro, Big Mike, tell me why I was thinking we are going to do that, though. We coming out. I feel like we coming out with those jerseys. Because I feel like we always do that on prime time. We come out with the silver numbers. And if we do that, we better get that dub. You better show some respect.
Those jerseys are so clean. Those jerseys are so clean. The silver letters.
I need to, you know what? I was saying I need to get me an Adams jersey. I might cop me an Adams jersey with silver numbers. I might do that. Raider Sprayer says, yeah, special teams was trash this Sunday. They were. Omar says same thing. Special teams is pure cheeks. Bro, I agree. We need to fix that. That is something I agree with Nate. It should be an emphasis all week. Is special teams and red zone, for me, red zone offense. I'll ask the chat, bro. There's 6 of you guys up in here. Shout out to you guys for hanging with your primos. What do you guys think? What is one thing the Raiders need to work on throughout the entire week? What is one thing they need to focus on? They need to emphasize during practice, getting ready for our Monday night game against the Chiefs. We're going to end it there. That's our last question, but let's get in more of these chats. EP Scorpio, it all depends on the defense. If Raiders can slow Mahomes, Raiders should run. But if Mahomes got 3 fast touchdowns, Carr needs to be aggressive. It's crazy because that's really what could happen. Yeah. It's either going to be Mahomes comes out fast, scoring a touchdown already, or the Raiders slow down Mahomes, and the offense needs to go down and run the ball and keep that time of possession and go down and score points. I don't want them to stop Mahomes and they don't do nothing with it.
Like Mahomes, Mahomes, he could score on 3 plays if he wanted, 2 plays if he wanted. Like we saw that in the AFC championship game last year. Like that offense could be explosive when they want to.
Yeah, it could. But anyways, guys, yeah. Hey, if you guys haven't got your guys' comment in of what we should do. Let's see. We did get Raiders sprayer up in here. Yeah, if you guys want to get what should the Raiders do, what should they do throughout the week? What is the one thing? If you guys were like the head coach, if you guys were Josh McDaniels, what are you guys emphasizing in
There
practice?
you
What are
go.
we working on the most? Raiders sprayer said, I think we should put a package out there with Chandler on the guard shoulders and put Kuntz on the opposite rusher spot. I believe we did that a couple times against Denver, and it looked different, like in a good way. And I want to see some
Yeah.
of that too, Raiders Spray. I want to see more of Kuntz, Chandler, and then Max packages, and then Clee. I want to see that be our
Bro,
front four.
did I
Denver,
not say that?
I was saying Kuntz, Chandler, Clee, and Max. I want to see that. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. EP Scorpio says tackles. Don't let them break tackles. Yeah, that's another thing. Run after catch. Pacheco, like you said, he's shifty. Nate, you said that. Pacheco's shifty. Clyde Edwards-Helaire shifty. Even Patrick Mahomes. You can't let Patrick Mahomes break tackles.
Yeah.
Travis, bro, almost this entire offense, guys, can break tackles. Big Mike, contain on pass rushing. We can't let Mahomes best us with improvising. Make him beat us in the pocket. Collapse the pocket on Mahomes. Big Mike, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. That's what we need to do. But, hey, guys, we are going to take a deeper dive into our game against the Chiefs. We're going to have an injury report out. We are going to go live Thursday. We haven't set out a time. We're going to try to figure out a schedule so we could give you guys a set schedule so you guys could jump on with us and you guys could get your chats. But keep an eye out. We are going to go live Thursday, and it is going to be before the Thursday night game. So I think last week we did
Who's
3
playing?
o'clock. Colts at Denver. So we got the Donkeys playing Thursday night too.
We got the Donkeys versus the Donkeys.
Talk about our rival. We can talk about how the Donkeys are going to get dog walked by the Colts because fuck the Donkeys. And
The Donkeys versus the Donkeys.
Lose. And they got that ass whooping from us Sunday. But shout out to you guys. If you, on the way out, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't. And also, guys, share the link. Just because we aren't live doesn't mean we can't get more people up in here, get those subscribe and get those likes up. Share the link. Share it with anyone who loves talking Raider football. We are 30 subs away from 70, you guys. 30 subs away. Hit the like, hit the bell so you guys can get notified when we drop new content like this, when we go live, when we drop short videos or anything Raiders related. If you guys haven't already, also follow us on the gram at Raiders_Primos. Raiders_Primos. But we're going to leave it at that. We love you guys. And it's go Raiders. Or, no, we're going to do it right.
Raiders, baby.
You guys, God bless.
Let's go.